environment and that you have really close friends and you're close to the staff as well.
So Ness, how does it feel being away from your family?
It can be really good because you're always with your friends, which is good, and it does feel like you have more freedom. But we do have a lot of prep, which is homework time.
So Hugh, do you like boarding?
Yes, I would definitely say yes. I think it's always nice to have some friends around all the time, and we are a really close community, and we support each other, and we pretty much do everything together, which is always nice.
Do you believe that because you're a head boy at the boarding house, you're also looked up to at the school by other teachers?
I don't think so. As the boarding house and the school are quite an independent organisation, I think most teachers and students at top school don't necessarily know the fact that I'm head boy at the boarding house, and I think they should be more aware of that.
So Missy, do you think that boarding school will help you achieve academic success and happiness?
Happiness. I think the boarding house does help with happiness because you're around people that love you, people that care for you. You're always around your friends, and eventually these friends turn to family because you're away from home. So I think, obviously you do fight with your friends, so you will be sad at times, you'll miss home, you'll be homesick. But I think in the long run, since you're with like your new family or your second family, you do become happy. Academically, I think because there's so much prep time, you have time to study, and but in the boarding house you also have to be independent. You also have to say that, yeah, I have to do my homework now, I have to, dedicate this time period to doing work. It can be a bit hard when you're always with your friends. There's always gossip, there's always time to play, to catch up, but then I think that's when maturity comes in. And you have to say to yourself, no, this is time to work. And so I think with academic success, if you put your mind to it, you can achieve it. But I think if you get a bit carried away with your friends, you might not.
If you could describe the boarding house in one word, what would it be?
Family.
Loving.
Awesome.
Warm. Fun.
Fabulous.
Great.
Friendly.
Nice.
Charming.
Good.
Good food.
Chill.
Fun.
Interesting.
Hello, goodbye. My name is Ed. His name is Jay. He has good hair. Shut up.
So if you could describe the boarding house in one word, what would it be?
One big sleepover.
Overall, I think the boarding house has a great impact on students nowadays. I believe that it helps students become more independent, more mature, therefore will help with their academic achievements. At the same time, obviously you are constantly in a school environment because you live with students that you see at school. You create a closer bond with other people you'll have to probably work with than at school. So I think that you are dedicated more to school, especially when you're younger. You have these designated prep times, and I think that when you're younger, when you're still not really, you don't realize yet that you really do have to work. It's a work in progress. Once you start working from a young age, you'll get better and better, and actually if you put your mind to it at a younger age, then later on you will find harder levels, like university levels, college levels, much easier than if you didn't work at all in your younger years. So I think that boarding school is really good with getting those younger kids ready with those prep times, supervised prep times. After, when you're older, again, I think that boarding school does have its advantages. For example, it's true that the school is only up the hill, so you walk down the hill really at whatever time you want. So you can use a school facility. You're not that dependent on your parents. I remember when I wasn't a boarder, and if I really needed to stay after school, use the school computer or whatever, I couldn't really do that because I always relied on my parents or my brother to drive me back and forth from school. So I believe that you do become more independent, and therefore you can, I think, focus more on school studies. And then overall, I think when you're a teenager, it is quite nice to be with friends and stuff, because I think boarding school has helped me become a much happier person, and that is just because you are just in a sort of a friendly environment. The head of the boarding house tries really hard to create a friendly environment.
I'll be there for you. I'll be there for you.
Miss, do you think that boarding school helps equip the girls for future life?
I think on the whole it does, yes. I would say that about 99.9% of the girls who come through the door in September to join us will go on and really use their experiences in boarding life to their benefit. I think it promotes sort of the well-being of living within a group of people, having to be mindful of other people, that you can't be totally selfish if you're sharing a dormitory with 3, 4, 5 other girls. I think it teaches youngsters independence up to a point, and I think generally sort of cutting the ties to mum and dad that little bit earlier probably does help. And certainly going into university where you are having to mix with strangers, I think that certainly helps if you've been to a boarding school. I know certainly my daughter, who didn't go to boarding school, just went to top school as a day student, and I think she found it a little difficult initially, whereas I know that other girls from here who have gone into university, having lived a life as a boarder, have settled much more easily.
So Miss, do you try to be a second mother to the girls or a teacher that will help them academically?
I think I see my role as a bit of both, actually. Certainly I want the girls to achieve their potential academically, and will always do my best to support them along with the other ladies who work with me. But I think I'm a very maternal person, and support and care and nurturing of the girls is very important to me. And over the years, I think I've got the balance quite right. Quite right. That's awful English. But I think I've got the balance where I can be the strict person when I need to be, but the girls know that I'm fair. So if they need to be told off for any reason, they know there's a fair chance that they actually deserve it. And once the telling off is over and done with, that is it. They know I don't bear grudges, and that actually we always go back to how we were, which is actually caring about one another. And I do see us as a big family here, and I think my role is to make sure everybody feels happy, safe and secure, and fulfilling their potential.
So all in all, I think that boarding school has helped me especially become more successful academically, and I think that I'll be more ready for university than someone who hasn't been a boarder. And overall, I think that I'm pretty happy at the boarding house, and I have the boarding house to thank.
All the other kids with the pumped up picture, better run faster than buckling. Oh yeah.
I forgot the capo. It's a capo, not a capo.
In America, it's called capo. So I'm going to say capo.
Capo.